everyone, this is Lucha Joe, and welcome to another edition of Wrestling Headlines Daily News Wrap, where we run down all the breaking news in the world of professional wrestling. Today's top story, well, Miranda finds herself without love once again as she continues to parade the streets of New York.
Oh, wait, I think you're talking about Sex in the City again.
Oh.
It's Wrestling Headlines.
Right. It is a good show, though. Our top story. WWE Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg appeared on today's edition of The Bump, where he called out current Universal Champion Roman Reigns to a future showdown, even mocking the tribal chief by claiming he cannot properly execute his signature maneuver, the Spear. Reigns and Goldberg were initially set to clash at last April's WrestleMania 36, but due to health concerns surrounding COVID-19, Reigns opted not to appear on the card. He would later be replaced by Braun Strowman, who would go on to defeat Goldberg in what many are calling a match that happened. With WWE being only 1 month away from the Royal Rumble and the official kickstart of next year's WrestleMania season, the question isn't if Reigns and Goldberg will collide, but when. AEW World Champion Kenny Omega's appearance on last night's episode of Impact Wrestling helped boost the promotion's Twitch numbers to an all-time record high, with Omega's segment being peak viewership. The program also airs on the Access TV network, which also has a show that's hosted by singer Paul Schaefer that is must-see television. Top Impact executive Scott D'Amore was quite pleased with Omega's appearance on the show. So much so that he took to Twitter earlier today and took a shot at WWE by writing that the alliance between AEW and Impact is going to shift the power in the pro wrestling industry and make up for that boring show on Monday night. I know he's talking about Monday Night Raw, but if D'Amore wants to see something boring, he should come to my next slam poetry reading. Finally, and on a more serious note, WWE superstar Matt Riddle filed a motion to dismiss a lawsuit being made against him from a woman named Candy Cartwright, who is suing both Riddle and WWE for $10 million. Cartwright accused Riddle of sexually assaulting her several years ago in the back of a van while on the way to a wrestling show, a claim that Riddle states is completely untrue. He does admit to having a consensual affair with Cartwright for at least 3 years, something he says he put an end to once his wife found out. While Riddle's case is long from over, this has not stopped WWE from regularly featuring him on weekly television. This concludes another edition of Wrestling Headlines Daily News Wrap. Continue to follow along with all of our coverage at WrestlingHeadlines.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Wrestling Headlines. I'm Lucha Joe, and I'd like to wish you all out there a good night. Oh!